All right, so far you know, I don't know, 2 or 3 rules. You know that when you multiply like bases, you add the exponents. When you divide like bases, you subtract the exponents. And you should have also learned in the last section how to raise a power to a power, where if you have something in parentheses, everything is raised to the power on the outside. Well, if you turn your notes over, you got another box. This one is called the power of a quotient. Now, quotient is just a fancy way of saying you're dividing something. So a power of a quotient is simply doing the same thing that the power of a power was doing. In other words, anything that's going on inside of these parentheses has to be raised to the power on the outside. So even since we're dividing a b, that b is raised to the power m as well. It's not just what's going on top, it's what's going on everywhere inside the parentheses. So the power of a quotient is just a fancy way of saying everything inside the parentheses is raised to the power m. So it would be a to the m divided by b to the m. Now, notice, these are 2 different bases, so there is no subtracting, but the reality is you're going to have all kinds of stuff going on top and all kinds of stuff going on the bottom, so you still may use that division, dividing exponents rule. So you still have to look out for it. So here's what you put in the box. Now let's look at some examples and see how that works. So we're on example 2, letter A. I'm going to give you x squared divided by 4y, all raised to the second power. Now, the rule is when you are raising a power to a power, because that's what you have here, power on the inside to the power on the outside, what do you do to the exponents? I'm going to wait. You got to say it out loud. Hopefully you say multiplying. So since I already have an exponent here and I'm raising it to another exponent, it's just 2 times 2. So that's going to be x to the 4th. My numerator is taken care of. Now let's see what's going on downstairs, because that's what this power quotient is saying, is that the upstairs and the downstairs gets raised to that power on the outside. So I put my division sign, 4 squared, okay? So 4 squared is the same as 4 times 4. So you don't write 4 squared, you tell me what 4 times 4 is, which is, I hope you know, is 16. All right? And then y raised to the squared power, or to the second power, is just y squared. That's your answer. Everything inside here was raised to the second power. It's as simple as that. Very simple, so don't mess it up. Let's do another one. This is letter B. This one is 2s divided by 3t, all raised to the third power. To the third power. So that means everything in here, the 2, the s, the 3, the t, is raised to the third power. So you're going to have to think a little bit. I want to raise 2 to the third power. Well, 2 to the third power is 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So I know that I have an 8 on top. S raised to the third power, s cubed. Done. Now we're going to divide. Put that division sign. Downstairs, everything gets raised to the third power as well. 3 to the third power, so I'm going to write here on the side, 3 to the third power is 3 times 3 times 3. Now for this one you may need a little help, but I already know 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. So I'll put a 27 here. And then t raised to the third power is just t cubed. I can't simplify the 8 and the 27. I can't subtract the exponents because these are 2 different bases, so guess what? You're done. The next video